If you're going under for surgery, the last thing you want to hear your doctor say is, "Don't worry, I'm mentally stable and, like, really smart."
The Tan Andreas fault, our former president Donald Trump, is cracking under pressure. His tectonic plates are moving a lot lately.
I think that would qualify as not smart, but genius. ...
Did you hear about Trump's latest meltdown? It wasn't over politics or legal troubles this time. Nope, the former president lost his cool over jokes. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. That's right, folks. Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel's relentless roasting of Trump's relationship with Melania has apparently struck a nerve. But why is Trump so touchy about these particular jabs? Let's dive into this comedy goldmine and find out why the Don can't take a joke. Remember when Trump used to laugh off jokes about himself? Well, those days are long gone, folks. These days, he's about as thin-skinned as a peeled grape. Enter Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel, the dynamic duo of late-night comedy. They've been roasting Trump and Melania's relationship like it's a Thanksgiving turkey, and boy is it juicy. Kimmel's been particularly savage, joking that Melania's rare public appearances are just her fulfilling her prenup requirements. Ouch! He even quipped, "Nothing says loving relationship like having to convince your wife to stand next to you in public." Double ouch. Not to be outdone, Colbert chimed in with a zinger about Trump and Melania having a major talk. Was it about his presidential run, or maybe about which golf course has the comfiest couches for Melania to hide behind?
He continued,
I went from very successful businessman to top TV star, ...
Dodging a debate makes him look like the coward that he is. And she challenged him to another one immediately. He wants no part of it.
Look, I'm a very stable genius. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's past my cheeseburger's bedtime. Let's go.
The Tan Andreas fault, our former president Donald Trump, is cracking under pressure. His tectonic plates are moving a lot lately.
As these jokes keep hitting closer to home, Trump's getting more steam than a clam at a seafood festival. It's like watching an orange-tinted pressure cooker about to blow its lid. But why are these particular jokes getting under Trump's skin like a bad spray tan? Well, comedy writers have figured out the secret sauce. Mix Trump's larger-than-life persona with his personal life, and voila! You've got a recipe for laughs that pack a punch. These jokes aren't just funny, they're like tiny truth bombs wrapped in punchlines. They're exposing the cracks in Trump's carefully crafted image faster than you can say fake news. And the kicker? Trump's gone quieter than a mime in a library. No tweets, no rants, no nothing. It's like the cat's got his tongue. And we all know how much that cat loves to tweet. But hold on to your MAGA hats, folks. Colbert and Kimmel weren't done yet. They had more comedic ammunition up their sleeves, and they were about to unload it all over Trump's fragile ego.
The voters and voter polls showed it, but the fake news media wasn't giving the credit that was due. Wow. Remember, I wasn't debating one person, I was debating three. They should fire everybody at ABC Fake News.
if you're going under for surgery, the last thing you want to hear your doctor say is, "Don't worry, I'm mentally stable and, like, really smart."
It was 3-1. Trump got humiliated by Kamala, the moderators, and by himself, primarily.
You know what they say, behind every great man is a woman, rolling her eyes. But in Trump's case, that woman seems to have gone AWOL. What's the deal with Melania's vanishing act, and why are comedians having a field day with it? Melania Trump's been pulling a Houdini act lately, disappearing from public view faster than Trump's hairline in a windstorm. And boy, have the late night comedians noticed. Jimmy Kimmel, never one to miss a chance to poke fun at the Trumps, quipped that Melania has been MIA more often than Trump's tax returns. Ouch, that's gotta sting more than a badly applied spray tan. But here's the kicker, Melania's absences aren't just fodder for jokes. They're starting to raise some serious eyebrows. She's been missing from big events like Trump's indictment party, because nothing says "I support you" like skipping your hubby's legal troubles bash, and even his birthday celebration. Maybe she just couldn't find a card that said "Happy birthday to the world's biggest narcissist." So what's really going on? Well, the theories are wilder than Trump's Twitter rants. Some folks reckon Melania is too busy watching retired dentists play pickleball. Others think she's renegotiating her prenup faster than Trump can say, "You're fired."
Being like really smart is not the same thing as being really smart, sir.
If you won't feel an earthquake if you're wearing Crocs. They act as a shock absorber, and you're totally safe if you wear them. That's true. I learned that from J.D. Vance.
President of the United States,
When a prize fighter loses a fight, the first words out of his mouth are, "I want a rematch." Polls clearly show that I won the debate against Comrade Kamala Harris.
and a very stable genius at that. Yes.
But let's face it, with Trump's legal troubles piling up like his unpaid bills, who can blame her for wanting a better deal? Now, here's where it gets juicy. Body language experts have been analyzing recent Trump-Melania interactions like they're decoding ancient hieroglyphs. And guess what? They're saying Melania looks about as comfortable next to Trump as a vegetarian at a steakhouse. Apparently, she's been keeping her distance and looking tenser than Trump's girdle at an all-you-can-eat buffet. But here's the million-dollar question. Are these comedy routines actually exposing some real cracks in the Trump facade? It's starting to look that way. Word on the street is that Trump's been begging Melania to make more public appearances. Imagine that, the guy who can't stop talking about himself actually wants someone else in the spotlight. So while we're all having a good laugh at these jokes, they might be hitting closer to home than we thought.
Still trying to convince the MAGAverse that he didn't blow it on Tuesday night against Kamala Harris, even though he is clearly terrified of facing her again.
I think that would qualify as not smart, but genius, ...
But wait, what happened to this guy?
Anytime, anywhere, anyplace.
Somehow he went from anytime, anywhere, any place to there will be no third debate.
Also, I think it's worth mentioning that people who are mentally stable generally don't announce it.
It seems the impact of this comedy roast is going way beyond just giggles and guffaws. It's like they say, many a true word is spoken in jest. And in Trump's case, those jests might just be revealing some uncomfortable truths. So here's the thing about Trump and comedy, it's hitting him harder than any political attack ever could. These jokes aren't just getting laughs, they're peeling back the layers of Trump's carefully constructed image like an onion, and boy, is it making him cry. Think about it. When was the last time you saw Trump this rattled by a politician's speech? Never, right? But a few well-aimed jokes from Kimmel and Colbert, and suddenly he's quieter than a mouse in a library. It's like they found his kryptonite, and it's not kale or exercise, it's laughter. This whole situation really makes you wonder about the power of humor in politics. Maybe we should start electing comedians instead of politicians. At least they're honest about making stuff up. And hey, if Trump runs again, I've got the perfect campaign slogan for him. Make America laugh at me again. Because let's face it, that's one promise he's definitely keeping.